Most people believe they're making smart money moves, but the truth is, the systems that we live in are built to keep you poor. They're built to keep you stuck and broke. I myself, I've done over 3,000 deals, but when I started, I was broke. I had bad credit, and listen, guys, I had no clue. And these 10 lies that I was telling myself, I had to break through and change my mindset. So let's hit the big ones. Number one, you guys have heard this. My dad used to tell me all the time, go to school, get an education, and then get a good job with a corporation. He thought that was safe. And in reality, for those of you that are in school, I'm not dissing education. I'm just saying that the promise that the education system gives, it no longer delivers on. And that isn't safety. Climbing the corporate ladder, it's still climbing somebody else's ladder. At least for me, that was never my gig. I never thought that I felt safety with going to work for the man. So from a very early age, I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And if that path actually worked, then why are so many college graduates still broke and not able to get a great job? Number two, I was told this too my whole life, work hard, save, and then retire at 65. Well, the truth is, inflation eats savings, and you can't save your way to wealth. Most people who are on that plan will never retire. And working harder, that's not the answer. Working smarter, investing, getting your money to go out and work as hard as you do, those are things that I can get behind. Number three, debt is bad. And look, I do believe that debt is bad. The Bible says that the borrower becomes slave to the lender. So if you use debt poorly and you get bad debt and you go out and borrow money to go on vacations and borrow money to buy boats, and these are things that I've been guilty of and done, you end up working for the guy who lent you that money, and that's not what you want to do. But not all debt is bad. There is good debt. If you can buy assets that throw off cash flow that's more than the interest rate that you're paying to the bank or the lender, that's considered good debt. Look, the truth is bad debt kills you. It drowns you. It keeps you stuck and it keeps you poor. And it's part of the system that you've grown up in, that you're in now probably. You've got to break out of that system because good debt helps you build cash flow. Good debt helps you become financially free, and good debt helps you build wealth. Real estate's a very, very good example of this, and I believe it's the great equalizer. You can use leverage, in other words, borrowing money, often other people's money, to buy assets that you can then either fix up and sell for big chunks of money, and we talk about that all the time. We're value-add real estate investors who like to fix and sell things, but you can also use leverage to buy cash flowing assets and just pay the debt with the cash flow and keep a little bit of the cash flow and have your money out there working as hard as you do. Number four, go buy a house. It's the American dream. Everybody wants to do it. And I love home ownership. So I am not dissing home ownership, guys. One of the biggest joys of my life is when I can find a renter who wants to become a homeowner and I can help them to accomplish that dream. However, your house is actually a liability, and investing should come first. Your dream house, it's not going to make you rich, and it can keep you stuck in the rat race if you're not careful. One thing that we're a big proponent of is called the house hack. If you want to become a homeowner and you haven't figured out how to be a real estate investor first, you could go buy a duplex, a triplex, or a quadplex and live in a portion of that property and have your tenants pay all or at least most of the price that you bought the house for. You become a real estate investor and a homeowner all at once. You also, by the way, get to use that rental income to help you further qualify to buy the house. So this is a really easy hack that anybody who's watching this video can do. So go out there, buy a house hack, get yourself a duplex, live in one side, let somebody else help you pay for that house. Number five, play it safe, don't take risks. So I'm just not wired this way. This wasn't something that I ever had to break. I don't believe in playing it safe and I never have, but many of you may. And here's what I believe. The safe play is usually the trap. That's usually how they're going to keep you in the system. I actually much prefer to take risk. Lots and lots of calculated risk. Calculated risk equals growth, and it will flip the script and get you out of the broken system, get you away from the rat race. Guys, you're watching our channel. You're already exploring this kind of stuff. You're having these same similar thoughts that I have. You know this if you think about it. This idea of safety is an illusion. If you want to actually have safety, you need to take some control. You need multiple streams of income, and you need to be doing something that's different than what 98% of the population is doing. If the system worked so well, then why are so many of your friends poor and broke now and into the future and never going to retire? Number 6, you've got to have money to make money. Man, how many times have you heard that? They make commercials about it. You got to have money to make money. That is false, especially when you're a real estate investor and an entrepreneur. Money isn't real, guys. We can create money by having great ideas, by coming up with the deal of a lifetime, by going out and finding something that we can add value to. We talk about it all the time on this channel. We are huge proponents of starting ugly, taking massive action, going out there and taking control of your finances by going and creating value for somebody in some business. And it doesn't matter if it's real estate. That's just the vehicle that we've used, but you can do it in anything. I started with absolutely nothing. My first wins were because I partnered with a few people that were like-minded. I borrowed some hard money debt and I hustled my ass off, and I just flat out went out and did it until I figured it out. I was young and stupid. I wasn't even looking at YouTube videos because they didn't exist. And so I didn't even have the kind of help that you can get for free on YouTube. I did see a guy named Carlton Sheets late night telling me that I could do it, that I could borrow other people's money and buy real estate. And I was young enough and dumb enough that I believed him. And lo and behold, I jumped in with both feet. Guess what, guys? It frickin' worked. And it can work for you too. In fact, I believe that it's even easier today than it's ever been. So here it is. I'll lay it out for you. If money was the key, then broke people who have jobs would automatically become rich. And that doesn't happen, and you know it. Number 7, you can trust the stock market long term. If you just put your money into that 401k, the stock market's going to grow at what, 10, 12%? What do they tell you these days? 14, 15%? The number keeps getting higher. The risk keeps getting larger. And about once a decade, those 401ks crash, and they crash hard, and you have no control. You go to sleep one night, you got your retirement account, you're set, you've got your plan, you're about to turn 65, the market crashes and you lose half of your retirement, and now you're working for 10 more years. In real estate, you have some control. You own the asset. You can live in it. You can rent it. You have control. You go to sleep at night, you had a house there. Most of the time you're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to still have a house there. And you can mitigate losses with insurance too. I love real estate, obviously, guys. Number 8. Nobody should ever talk about money. It's rude. It means you're greedy. You know what that silence does? That silence keeps poor people poor. It keeps broke people broke. People who don't talk about money, people who fear money or think that money is evil, are never going to see money the way that it should be seen, as a tool. You got the money tool. You need to use it properly to build cash flow and build wealth. So don't be afraid to talk about it. You've got to learn the money game. This is super, super important because we are told not to talk about money all the time. And the truth is the exact opposite. You want to get yourself into groups and find people you can network who are talking about money. If you're in a group of people that aren't willing to talk to you about what they're investing in and what's working for them, what's not working for them, so that you can learn from their mistakes, you're talking to the wrong people, or you're likely talking to broke people. You want to be networking with a group of like-minded people who have dreams of financial freedom, who want to take control of their life, who want to build generational wealth. That's what we've got. We've got a group of over 3,000 people who you can come and network with us. All you need to do is comment yes in the comments here. I'll send you the link. You can join for free. Let's move on to number 9. The government's going to take care of you. I can hardly say that with a straight face. And for any of you that are out there that believe it, I feel sorry for you. Government's not coming. In fact, no one's coming. You're going to have to step up. You need to put your big boy pants on, and you've got to take care of yourself. You've got to take care of your family. You need to lead. Even the Social Security system, I've thought my entire life that I'm never going to get Social Security. And even if I do, it's not going to be a significant part of my retirement plan. And I think that system is broken. It's getting less and less likely for you the younger generation that it's going to be around in the future. Pensions used to be a thing. Back when my dad was working for the man in the corporate world, they did things like 401k matches or even had pensions. That seems to be a thing of the past. Gone. Look, you're responsible for your future. You're responsible for your own freedom. And it's your responsibility if you're going to have generational wealth creation or not. Number 10, rich people, they're greedy and they're lucky. And here's the truth. Wealth amplifies who you are. If you were a greedy person before you became wealthy, you're probably going to be a greedy person once you're wealthy. If you were a lucky person, well, you know what? If you're a lucky person, you probably make your own luck because you work your ass off and you've got a plan and you go out and you get things done. I've been lucky my whole life. We like this saying. We want to make a lot of money, do a lot of good, and have a lot of fun. So that was 10 lies that I just laid out. These are mindsets that people have that are just beaten into you from birth. You hear them, and there are dozens more, guys. There are so many limiting beliefs out there that stop most people from the greatness that's inside of them that we could do videos about this kind of stuff day and night and just come up with the next 10 and the next 10 and the next 10, probably for 1,000 videos. Really, what's your favorite? What did I miss? What kind of lie have you been told your whole life that's limited you in some way, that's kept you stuck and kept you in the rat race? Put it in the comment. Let's talk about it. And these lies that we tell ourselves or that other people tell us, you're not alone. We've all heard them, and that's why most people stay stuck. Those that can get away from this and change their mindset and get away from these limiting beliefs and flip the script, they're the ones who start businesses. They're the ones who employ a whole bunch of people. They're the ones who invent things. They're the ones who make the world a better place. And when you flip the script for yourself, you can build freedom too. And one more time, comment yes, and I'll send you the link to join our free community. We're breaking these lies and these myths one at a time every single day.